Week 1 of the 40th season of Patriot League football was a historic one as it saw Richmond make its league debut against the defending champs. And it was a close battle until Lehigh put it away late in the fourth with a Jaden Green touchdown run and an interception from Mekhi Smith to seal the deal. Hi, I'm Paige Messier in the Patriot League studio. The Lehigh Mountain Hawks are back atop the league standings with their 1-0 start, and they'll stay there through Week 2 as all 8 schools have non-league opponents on the schedule. Lehigh, which moved up to number 13 in the newest coaches poll, opens up Saturday's action with a noon kickoff against Sacred Heart, and it's one of 5 games on ESPN Plus in Week 2. Colgate faces another top 25 team and soon-to-be Patriot League foe Villanova, while Georgetown and Fordham also host non-league opponents in their home openers. Georgetown opened up the season with a win for the 9th time in its last 10 seasons, and it was a career day for sophomore Savion Hart, who scored 3 touchdowns, all in the first quarter of the Hoyas' 51-14 win at Davidson. Hart totaled 201 yards on 123 yards rushing and 78 yards receiving.
Yeah, it was a great performance by Savion. He's been here all summer with us, works extremely hard in the weight room, and is one of those players that, when you look for home run hitters in recruiting, for us, he's a guy that can extend plays and take it all the way every time that he touches it. So the quarterbacks really like him. He caught about a 4-yard pass and turned it into a pretty big gain, so it'll help their averages a little bit. But he's worked really hard from last year to this year, just improving his overall game, from being able to return kicks to catching the ball in the pass game, as well as, he's a tireless worker in the weight room. So great to see him have some early success, and for me, he's turned himself into an every down back, and very excited to see what he does with the rest of the season.
Hart's performance was among the best in the FCS in Week 1, but it was Colgate's Trayvon Saunders winning the Patriot League Offensive Player of the Week award after recording 13 catches for 223 yards and 2 touchdowns in a close loss to number 18 Monmouth on Friday night. The Raiders will be tested once again this weekend with a trip to number 12 Villanova. Holy Cross also looked like they could be a top 25 team, and the Crusaders found themselves just a few points outside this week's coaches poll after a narrow defeat at FBS Northern Illinois on Saturday. The Crusaders took a 10-6 lead early in the fourth on Cal Swanson's first touchdown pass with Holy Cross, but the Huskies countered with a pair of scores to avoid the upset.
We talked about the caliber of that program. That's not like a lower mid-league MAC team. That's a good football program and a good team that's got an established culture and a really good head coach, and I think those guys honestly were impressed, and I think they came away the way a lot of the teams that play us that come away like, whoa, like your kids compete really hard, they're really physical. I think that was the question mark, is can we match up with their physicality? That's kind of what they've built their program around, and I think, to be quite honest, I think we surprised them a little bit with that, and that's something that we take a ton of pride in. So we know moving forward, we talk about this all the time as a team, as a program, like when you have an identity and you have a culture that you're proud of, you better make sure that it shows up on film on Saturday afternoon.
Elijah Kaysen certainly showed up on film, and he was awarded the Special Teams Player of the Week award after he returned a kickoff 97 yards for a score late. He wasn't the only Patriot Leaguer with a big return on Saturday, as Richmond sophomore Isaiah Dawson had a 99-yard return in his first collegiate game. The 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns are among 4 in the FCS this season. 5 of the 8 games in Week 2 are on ESPN Plus, so open up the ESPN app or log on to patriotleague.tv to watch all the live action. I'll see you back here next week.